What is up, brethren?
Brethren?
I did that like a month ago, Joe. I thought you would be expecting that.
Well, brethren, I got weather burn on the left side of my head, and my head's peeling, and it don't feel good.
So what you're saying is welding equipment.
What I'm saying is, I welded side by side with somebody for years, and I never got weather burn like this. I don't know what the heck I was doing the past few weeks, but it got me messed up.
Is that why you were dead? Like you weren't opening Snapchats, weren't responding to text messages. You've just been dead the last week.
Brother, I've been dead for a lot longer than that, I feel like.
Well, that's because you're engaged.
No, it's it was 90 degrees, and I was welding and I had welder burn, and I've had welder burn on my all over my body, and it's just driving me nuts.
Hey, Bradley.
What's up, Bradley?
Been a minute. Celtics in 7?
No. No.
Sorry, Bradley.
Give me all the new guys. I want a new guy to win it. One of the new guys.
I mean, repeat champions don't happen that often, so.
Give me one of the new guys.
I mean, at this point, yeah. Give me the new guys. But yeah, so basically a lot of basketball's happened in the last 2 weeks. Hockey, the NBA draft.
Rigged.
Something about Caitlin Clark.
Not rigged.
Well, like we have so much to talk about, so little time, Joe. You know how it is. So as always, we're just out here. We're winging it wherever you can find your podcast: Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Not TikTok or Instagram. That's too much work. But we would be on Google Podcast if we weren't bigger than Google Podcasts. We outlasted Google Podcasts. Not like literally lengthwise, but they stopped and we're still going. Okay, well, all right.
Brother, my face looks like it's got welder burn still.
That's just your face.
Why is my face all red?
That's just your face. Okay, Joe, what for real? What is up? Boys.
Dude, I had welder burn, right? This was Monday, and like I was overheating and I couldn't do anything, right? My body was just warm. So I was like, I'm cutting everything off. I went to shave my head, and it like my skin was coming off with it.
You should get that checked out, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see a single thing of these.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm playing Schedule 1 if the cops are after me.
Just a solid like. All right, that was just a YouTube exclusive there.
And now you're blurry because it like threw everything off. Now you're back.
And we're back. Joe, on Wednesdays we wear pink. I guess you got welder burn, so that's the same thing as wearing pink. Too soon?
Dude, when my skin was peeling off, it was quite hectic.
Where is it? Where is it?
What?
I said, where is it? I'm trying to see it.
I mean, it's underneath here.
I also look like I'm like the kid is like getting games on your phone.
Yeah.
I've had this thing. I don't even know what this thing is. Probably cancer. I don't know what this is. Like this little dot thing. It's like not a scab or anything, but it's been there for like 100 years.
Valid. Valid.
So
what's the last one that we did before the draft?
We did the after
NFL
NFL
draft.
draft.
Do the after the draft?
Yeah, we did it on Thursday. Because we talked about Shador. And then I also had mentioned, like, is this our first Thursday one? And then you're like, oh, nope. Actually, we did do one where we did it on Thursday night.
Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Okay.
So update. Joe doesn't know where he is right now.
Brother, I haven't known where I'm at all week.
But Joe, another draft happened. That's how long we've been. The NBA draft.
No, the lottery.
NBA lottery. But it will
happen. It's rigged. And it's rigged.
You know what I meant, Joe.
It's rigged.
Is it, Joe?
Okay. Let's. Viewership's down. Viewership is down. Luka gets traded to the Lakers. The Mavs then get the #1 overall pick to rebuild their franchise. Viewership was down. The Pelicans or the Hornets, whatever they were at the time, getting the #1 overall pick when they needed to be sold. Like, you're telling me all these things are just coincidences?
Yes.
No.
You know why they're coincidences?
No.
Because that was Miami's pick, and Miami won as a 10 seed. And instead, it should be Cooper Flag to Miami. Miami lost to a team that got gentleman swept.
None of this makes any sense. All of it's rigged. None of it makes any sense if it's not rigged.
We ain't talking about the 90s.
Dude, like, think about how much easier it is to rig it now. They don't do it live.
I don't know that I'll say it's rigged. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I mean, it's a lot of people would have to be on the inside about for it being rigged. A lot of people. And I feel like that's harder to do as opposed to like 3 or 4 people.
According to Josh Jacobs on that live. I don't know.
You can't listen to celebrities and athletes on lives.
I don't know.
Hashtag Shannon Sharp.
I don't know.
Hashtag Ja Morant.
He said they do it a whole lot more than us.
Oh, he said the NBA is more rigged than the NFL.
Well, he was like saying like they're a lot more blatant with it than we are.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like that's a something to say.
It's fine because in 5 years, Cooper Flag will be with Luka on the Lakers.
Probably. All I'm telling you is I'm just none of it's fun anymore.
I went from boring stuff to exciting stuff, Joe. Bradley's graduating.
Heck yeah.
I don't know why, but that makes me feel old. Like my nephew's graduating.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I'm old. Why won't it hide? Hide. It's not letting me take it off, Joe. I can't. What the? Did you do that or did I do that?
I got you.
Why wouldn't it? I'm not gonna. Okay, that time I did it. Okay, cool. Hold up. Hold up.
Happy graduation, Bradley. You graduated the same year, apparently, as Shay's younger brother.
And my oldest nephew.
And my brother graduates next year. And then my youngest brother graduates next year. And that's when James's other nephew graduates too.
Joe, we're old.
Yeah, that happens.
We're
You're
old.
saying for you it's nephews, for me it's brothers.
Yeah, it makes you older, I feel like.
Nope. For me it's brothers at least.
I think the math checks out there.
I don't know. I'm in the same like sibling generation. You're in your siblings generation is having the kids that are graduating.
Oh, apparently my nephew sent me a glowing stuff, which is ironic because I started with the glasses. But yeah, you're old, Joe. Also, shout out to Jonathan. He watched or listened to the pod, and he said he felt like he was one of the boys. It's because you are.
Welcome to the boys.
We're all boys. We're all a bunch of idiots. We just like sports. We all are dumb.
You're not wrong there.
True. But you know what else is also not wrong?
What's up? Caitlin Clark is awesome.
That's true. Facts. And that Cooper DeJean is not a safety. He's just a corner that locked down your number one.
And get a pick six in the Super Bowl in his rookie year.
On his birthday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am Iron Man. Iron Man.
I hate this because I'm never gonna delete this banner. But it definitely says I am I wrong Monigany. I cannot unsee Monigany.
I watched the new Captain America movie. It was pretty good.
Joe, another news. Since our last pod, I'm black. I'm actually going to hand out the G word pass to our 50th subscriber. We are currently at 46. So I'm going to give the G word pass to our 50th subscriber. We don't, no hard R's here, Joe. No hard R's. It's just a solid G, ends in A. No hard R's.
Oh my God. Oh man.
You know what's crazy though? It makes sense because I really am late to everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
That wasn't a lie, at least.
Also,
What's up?
Bradley brought up a good point. The NFL schedule is getting released tonight.
Oh yeah.
We do know a couple things, but let's keep it NBA right now, and then we'll pivot back. So, because we like to stay consistent. We don't like to go from NBA to football to NBA to basketball to baseball to football to. Actually, we do, but we're gonna do it this way.
Hold up. With this, we do like to switch around.
You're right. We'll talk NBA, then I'll jump into the schedule for some reason. You're right.
Okay.
But
brain ain't braining.
Here is my recap of the playoffs that we missed over last week's pod.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick recap. Everybody but the Lakers in 5. Pretty much. I mean, the Knicks are going in 5 right now. The Timberwolves will be going.
The Lakers got beat in 5, so it was Lakers in 5. It was just Lakers going home in 5.
True. So it's just basically everybody in 5. except the Lakers winning. That's just the playoffs in 5. In 5. Um, Celtics probably gonna lose in 5. Jason Tatum injuries suck. He was balling, but at the point where that game was when he got hurt, which was unfortunate, they were down 10, down 2-1. They blew
Mm-hmm.
2 20-point leads. It was probably going to still be Knicks in 5.
Yeah.
Just the Tatum injury is just salt on the wound, which that sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks.
They were down what, 8 when that happened?
They're down 8 or 10 or something. Maybe I guess maybe it was 8, but then the Knicks got the turnover.
Yeah.
So I was like in the same, but it's still like it sucks. Injuries suck. Tatum was balling out. The rest of the team wasn't, but Tatum was. Honestly, I've been thinking. Let me know what you think about this, Joe. I think Jason Tatum is like the Jalen Hurts of the NBA.
Mm,
In terms of hold on, let me cough this. I'm gonna block it this time.
choking on that.
Shut up. um, like
Pause.
Tatum's good. There's no questions about Tatum being good.
Mm-hmm.
Is he great? He has a good team. He's a good, very good team around him. Like, is Tatum a great? Like it. The way I want to look at it here is like nobody would have an argument saying Jalen Hurts is outside of the top 5. You in terms of quarterbacks, right?
I feel like that's around where he's at.
Like the 5 to 7 range.
Yeah, that's probably around where he's at.
Where would you put Tatum?
Lower, I think.
About just his position.
Just his position.
Yeah,
So just like
he's kind of
see,
like a
I think he's a stereotypical 3, but like in the small ball world, he's a 4. So then it's like just his position. I'm putting. See, it depends. Like, is Giannis that?
well, okay. So where would you put?
I'm putting.
How
I'm
about
putting Giannis. I'm putting LeBron. I'm putting KD. All for sure above him.
about
And I think they can all play like the similar 3-4.
okay. Kawhi,
Kawhi, I think, is specifically a 3. I would not put Kawhi at the 4. I would
uh,
put Kawhi above him.
Sabonis.
Sabonis, I would say, is specifically a 4. I would not put Sabonis above him.
I'm just trying to think of other. Steven Adams is kind of more center. He does play the
Oh,
4, but
he's a center.
yeah,
Um,
I guess. What about Shingun? What's he?
I think he plays a 5 for him, but it's a small ball lineup, so I think he's probably a prototypical 4. Just he plays the 5 in small ball lineup. The problem is where the NBA is at right now with the small ball lineups. I don't really know anybody's position, so it's hard to
Yeah,
say what he is. But
it really is kind of a positionless league though at this point.
you're either a guard or you're not.
Yeah. I don't hate. Well, I don't hate Tatum. I like Tatum more than I like Hurts, but
Tatum
I don't hate
is
Hurts.
see I now so it's a very big like difference because you're talking like quarterback is more valuable, but Tatum I think is more Lamar Jackson. He got over the hump one year. Like he's supremely talented, but like unless he has the people that are going to win in the playoffs around him, he's not going to win in the playoffs.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but Jalen to me is more God. You're
I mean, let's be real. Jalen Hurts has had two very, very good playoff games. Yes, they were both in the Super Bowl.
you're going to make me say something that I don't want to say.
And Tatum has one really, really good series, like total series. It was in the finals.
No, you're going.
I'm messing with your brain, Joe.
No, because the person I think that Hurts is more like Tatum can be the best player on a championship team. I don't know that Hurts can be the best player on a championship team.
That's fair.
I think Hurts is more. I
James
don't want to
Harden.
say. I don't want to say this. I don't want to. I love Hurts, and I'm not a big fan of who I'm going to compare it to. Draymond Green. And like Draymond Green was the most important member of that Warriors team, but he was not by any means the best player.
That's fair.
Like that's more of what like even on that offense, like Hurts is behind the offensive line, and I'll put the offensive line as Curry, right? I'll put Saquon Barkley is KD, and I'll put that receiver core is Clay. That's who I think it is.
And Cooper DeJean is Steve Kerr.
See, it's hard because it's two different sides of the ball.
No, I know. I just wanted to throw Cooper DeJean in there.
But that is more what I see with Hurts. Like I love Jalen Hurts, and like the play style is not the same, but in terms of their meaning to the team, I think it's similar to Draymond.
That's fair. So he's replaceable, but he's also important, is what you're saying.
I think he's the one that makes it all run.
Yeah, you could replace him with another quarterback
If it's somebody that is
like that.
Can do all those things.
Well, if it's yeah, okay. I don't hate that.
Like
I
you need the Draymond who he can defend a 1 through 5.
he can.
He can shoot. He can distribute. He can do all these things. He's just not elite at any of it.
That's
I would
fair.
say the elite thing he does is the defense, and the elite thing Hurts does is the running.
I think I love that way more.
I didn't want to say this because I knew you would like it, but like that is the comparison. It's not Tatum. Tatum's more like Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
but Joe Burrow didn't cross the finish line because he didn't have a good team around him.
To be fair, Tatum didn't the first time.
Yeah.
But I like my comparison. Roberto, he's Dan Marino. Got there early, will never get there again.
It's just the cross game ones. I think the one for Hurts is Draymond.
You know, honestly, I like this exercise. We should totally do this more often. Just random NFL players too. NBA
Give me
players.
another one. I'll come up with a spiel for it.
Let's see. I want to get somebody who's like not overrated but not underrated. Maybe underappreciated. How about give me the NFL's Manu Ginobili.
The NFL's Manu. I mean that one's probably easy.
Ooh, actually, give me the NBA's Brock Purdy.
The NBA's Brock Purdy.
Literally anybody.
No, it's Fred VanVleet on the Raptors.
Per Purdy?
Yeah.
I like that.
He wasn't Pascal. He wasn't Kawhi. He was Fred VanVleet.
Ooh, let's talk Let's talk football now. I'm over basketball, except for the Celtics and Knicks are tied in Game 5 at 59 at halftime. So that's cool. The Celtics are still technically alive, which I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
I
they
mean,
won.
the problem is the Knicks have come back from like 20 points down several times this postseason.
It's
So
close though. But they're
no,
clutch. They are so
no,
clutch.
no lead is safe with the Knicks this year.
Well, that's the one thing. If it's close at the end of the game, I think the Knicks are going to win any game. They're so clutch.
I don't know what's going on with the Knicks.
Also, it's not a blindside because I sent you a picture of it, but Hunter Decker signed with the Saints. That's awesome. Derek Carr.
I saw he was getting the tryout. I didn't. I've heard that he's signed, but I haven't seen any confirmation or
I
anything.
sent it to you.
Yeah, but
And his mom posted it on Facebook.
yeah, I saw the mom's thing.
Just gonna say I believe the source.
Yeah.
But it's still cool. So,
Yeah.
Whether he has signed or has yet to sign, it's still cool.
I think that's his best chance to make an impact, but that's besides the point.
Is on the Saints?
I mean, who's their quarterbacks? Chuck?
Derek Carr.
He's retired.
I know.
Chuck?
Who?
Rattler?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got a chance, but
Hunter, this is to you specifically. You'll probably never see this, but if for some reason you end up being the starter for the Saints, I'm gonna get me a Deckers jersey behind there. I'll hang it up. If you're the starter, you have to be the starter. This isn't like the Caitlin Clark thing where me and Joe, neither one of us have committed to that. I will actually do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay.
If you're the starter.
Let's say he makes a 53. I will have coached an NFL player.
That's fair.
Now, I did not coach him in football, but I coached him.
That's fair. See, I keep thinking in my head, was I coaching when he was younger? No. I think he was just in middle school. He was like right above me.
Yeah. When we were coaching, he was above it. But so my senior year, we did a basketball camp, me, Drew, and Ryan, in which we coached little kids, and I coached him in that.
Was he part of the me and you versus a bunch of youngins?
No. He was chucking it from half court and draining it. He was an athlete even then.
he was your Kobe.
He was. We could not get him to listen to the rules because we were just a bunch of high school kids that really didn't care anyways.
That's fair. So he was your Kobe, just chucking it.
He was by far the best player on that court when we were practicing.
just chucking that. I mean, fair. Fair.
Yeah, but if he signs, I will have coached an NFL player.
But are you gonna have his jersey?
In football, but
you're gonna have his jersey?
Maybe.
If you were to get a Saints jersey, this is a good exercise too. If you were to get a Saints jersey, which one would you get? The color rush, the white, the black.
I like the white. I like the Saints whites ones.
Yeah, I'm a fan of their like black with the black numbers, like with the gold outline.
Mm-hmm.
That one's nice.
I've always liked the Saints whites.
Well, this wasn't in the to-do list, but we're gonna do it anyways.
James, in our dynasty league, are you drafting him in the rookie draft?
I will draft him with my last pick.
I can't because nobody wants to trade for any of my quarterbacks. I can't draft another quarterback.
All right, Joe, we're doing this exercise. Which jerseys are the best for every individual team?
Oh boy. Okay. I didn't know how we got here, but let's go.
All right. Arizona Cardinals.
I gotta go. Is there a
You,
site that can show me all of them?
if you type in like NFL jerseys in order or something like that. Maybe uniforms. Oh, there's a gridiron uniform database. Oh, nope, that is not a good one.
Are we going old school at all, or no?
Yeah, in general, like what you would just choose, like in general.
Hmm.
I already have one, red, but I do like the black.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the black one, but I'm wondering which black one I'm going with the Cardinals. Um,
Sick.
I kind of want the white part on the sleeve.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where it's got that white spot.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
That's a good one.
but I want the black with that white.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So let's just go alphabetical order. Let's stay in the NFC. We're gonna go Atlanta.
Oh, we're going Atlanta here. Uh,
I think this is another black one. Honestly, their old school one.
no, I'm just going old school Vic. I want an old school Vic red.
Oh, the red one.
Hmm.
Again, that's a good one. I like the old school, like the you know what I'm talking about? The one like prime time one.
Hmm.
Like that one.
Yeah,
Like that one's dope. All right, and just moving on. Now we're going to the B's. We got Baltimore.
I'm picking a purple. I'm probably who would I go with on the
Which
Ravens?
also we missed this. The Justin Tucker was released.
Yeah,
See,
I
we
think
can
I'm
tie this in the news.
I think I'm going Ed Reed. I'm going purple Ed Reed.
Okay, okay. I'm like in the.
And I'm going to give a name for each one. Did
Oh,
I
okay.
not give names for the last two?
Not the
Or
Cardinals.
Cardinals, it's Fitz. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I already have Fitz, so if I had to get a different one, I think I'd go current. Maybe Buddha.
Buda Baker.
Yeah, that for the Ravens, definitely going purple. And you know, dang, Reed's the obvious. Like it's a good choice. I mean, Ray Lewis. But you know what? I'm gonna show love to the big boys. Give me Haloti Nada.
Yeah,
Give me the big
yeah.
boys. All right. Buffalo Bills. So we know who, right? It's gonna be Josh Allen.
I'm going with the red. I like the red one.
And you're going Josh Allen too.
Yeah, dude, Josh Allen. Period. End of discussion.
Um, I would probably have to go with the old school ones, the like navy blue with red and the like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? You might have to look it up if you're not. And you would probably know it if you saw it. Um,
No, see, now I'm just more curious as to like each person. I don't need to know the colors. I want to know the person for each one.
I mean, low key, because I think it would be cool to have like the same player on all the teams. And I already have an Owens jersey. But why not? Why not? Why not Beast Mode or Thurman Thomas? Those are good. I like the Owens though. I think I would go Owens. I know he wasn't known for their. Is that cheating?
That's a weird one.
Well, it's just because I already have an Owens jersey, and like, wouldn't it be like aesthetically appeasing, like having the same player on all the teams he played for? Like, if you were to have an Adrian Peterson Oklahoma jersey, and then Vikings, and then all the teams, so on and so forth that he ever played for, wouldn't that be awesome? Like collection purposes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would pick Josh Allen. I don't want to pick the same as you.
Josh Allen, boy.
I mean, the first Buffalo Bill that comes to your mind, like mine was OJ.
No, Josh Allen.
Oh, that's because you love his wife.
It's because I love him too.
All right. So keeping it alphabetical. Carolina Panthers. This one's easy for me. It's Luke Kuechly.
listen. If you hadn't said it, this would be where I'd go for the one person on every one. It'd be Baker. But yes, it's Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, it's Luke Kuechly.
But
And
if I wanted one person of every jersey that they were on, it'd be Baker.
Well, do it. You won't.
That involved me buying a Browns jersey.
Yeah. And I'm going either the black
I'm going
or
blue.
or the Carolina blue one. Not the
Yeah.
not the like what they have now, the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. All right. And then we have the Cincinnati Chicago Bears. See, I almost went out of alphabetical order.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears. Can I guess yours?
Yeah.
Would it be Cutler?
No.
Sweetness?
No.
Would it be Da Coach?
No.
Oh, then I don't know. Well, Brandy Marshall.
No.
Dang.
That you were close with the first letter there. And the second letter.
The other Brandon Marshall?
No.
Oh.
Brian Urlacher.
Oh, that's fair. I was like, who's Brian? Bro, he's a phony. He went from bald to having hair.
Urlacher, bro.
That's fair. I think I would get Da Coach. Because Ditka also played for Dallas.
I think I'm also just going orange for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Either orange or that orange is tough.
Yeah.
It'd be the old school blue though, not the current blue.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the old school one. All right, so now we're going to Cincinnati. On to Cincinnati. And see, I like the white jerseys, but only with the white helmets.
Yeah.
But I really like the old school one with like the tiger stripes on the side.
Yeah.
So I think that's the jersey I'm going, is that one. And
Ocho Cinco. And it's not going to say Johnson. It's going to say Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way I'm going to is Ocho Cinco.
It's not saying Johnson. It's saying Ocho Cinco.
Either that or Hushmanzada, just to see how like it's a long name on there, like how they squeeze it.
TJ, who's your mama?
TJ, who's your mama? Oh, speaking of that, the name of the podcast is Mama's Boys. So happy Mother's Day to all moms who did not raise Eagles fans.
Fair.
And we're probably two of the biggest Mama's Boys in the world.
Fair.
When's the last time you gave your mom a hug?
It's been a while.
Longer than me. I haven't given her a hug in over 3 years.
Yeah. Next one, I'm going Joe Thomas, Whites.
Oh, that's easy for you. I'm surprised you don't already have it, low key, because I know that'd be the one Browns jersey that you buy, unless we got to 100 subscribers last year, but we didn't. Yeah, I think I would do the same. Honestly, exact same. That one's not fun. All right, next one, the Cowboys. Oh, look, we got our teams back to back. Joe, look at that. Alphabetically works out.
Yeah.
So for the Cowboys, I would get Leighton Vander Esch, Michael Parsons, Zeke, uh, Roy Williams, Tony Romo, uh,
Uh,
Emmitt Smith, Lamb, Dez, Michael Irvin, Drew Pearson. Actually, I do want to do that. Every 88. I do want to do that.
um, Cowboys is hard for me. There's 3 that I really like.
Yeah. One of the throwbacks.
No, I'm talking about the person
Oh. Current or all time?
all time.
Romo?
Romo's one of them.
Witten?
Witten's one of them.
Where?
Where's the other?
How did I
Oh
know,
man.
Joe? How did I know?
Um,
I would say you
boy.
whatever jersey you get, that's the player you get. I know it sounds weird, but I have an explanation for all 3 of them. So do you know which jersey you want?
No.
Have you narrowed it down to 3?
No. I haven't narrowed it down at all.
They have so many good throwbacks. Like their throwbacks are like they're close, but they're not the same.
There's See, looking on NFL Shop, there's just so many options that I get overwhelmed and I have no idea. So I could tell you the person. I'm gonna I'm gonna go with Witten because I grew up playing tight end.
Navy blue.
So I'm gonna go with Witten.
Navy blue with the star on the side.
Um, because yeah, I but like my favorite quarterback to never play for the Broncos that I watched play is probably Romo. I like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah. Me too. And here you go, Joe. Just for you. I don't know if this will work
Um,
as a link, but
Demarcus Ware played for the Broncos, so that felt like a cop out because I
well, I
was
was gonna
leaning
pick
Demarcus
DeMarcus
Ware.
Ware.
I was leaning Demarcus Ware, but I was like, he played for the Broncos. That feels like a cop out. So let's go with Witten.
Yeah, the link I sent you was just Witten and just his jerseys. And the blue one is Witten because that was the play where he lost his helmet and ran for like 40 yards against the Eagles. And then they made a rule where if you lose your helmet, you can't move forward anymore.
I don't know where you sent it to me.
I sent it in the private chat in here.
Oh, I was looking at my phone. I couldn't figure out anything.
Yeah,
You're
for the first time ever.
so Witten Cowboys. All these white jerseys.
No, scroll down. You'll see Witten in the blue. I just sent the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like this.
I
This
liked
kind of
Witten.
looks. This and he's also a bald brethren.
I liked Witten.
Joe, this is a you photo right here. This is you.
Uh-oh.
I just that one is on Snapchat, Joseph.
I saw
You know
my
what I
phone light up.
you know what I don't like is I typed in Witten Cowboys and then there's one with him in the Raiders uniform, like right there. Like, and I try to ignore that happened. Bald Jason Witten was kind of weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason Witten was I very much enjoyed watching him play as well. But it's hard to find tight ends that I disliked growing
That's
up.
fair.
Even now, it's really hard to find tight ends that I dislike. Like I dislike Travis Kelsey's like antics, but his play, he's phenomenal.
All right. Yeah, no, I agree. I love Travis Kelsey though. All of it. All of it. I'm on board. All of it.
him showboating, but him crying when other people showboat, that's the antic that bothers me.
Oh, I don't care.
That
I love
alone,
it.
that is the only antic that I'm speaking about.
But I mean, what if he was doing it because he knew people were talking about it? Like he was being petty about it.
That is the only antic I dislike about Travis Kelce. I have a bias towards tight ends, and the
Pause.
that is how you don't. Um, like that is my favorite position in football.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't clipped any pod part in like forever. That might be it. I don't have a bias for tight ends.
But I like I think most of my favorite players from most teams is the tight end.
So you like you love some tight ends.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, who's your Bronco?
Who's your
Yeah,
Bronco?
I guessed your Cowboys.
Well, okay, how many are there for the Broncos?
I mean, off of the just ripping out of the dome.
How many do I need to guess?
Um, I'll say 3. And one is kind of like it's like 4, but if you pick one of those 2, like the 4th one is the same as the 3rd one, but I would only get one of those 2 if that makes sense. Like it's not the same player, but I wouldn't get the 3rd one and the 4th one. I would get 1, 2, and then the 3rd or the 4th. So 2 I would get no matter what. Like that would be it. And then 3 and 4 would be eh. I wouldn't matter which one of those 3. And it's not where.
I'm going through the reasons you like players is so different than mine.
I think they would be the same as yours though, or close to them.
I gotta pick Vaughn as one of them
Yeah.
because I would think Vaughn would be one of them for you
Mhm.
because he's the best Bronco since who knows when.
Since
I'm
Nam.
gonna throw Champ up there.
Mhm.
I feel like Champ would be up there for you.
Mhm. I already know what I look like in a champ jersey.
Yes, you do.
Was that what that was Reebok, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a Reebok image jersey. God, we're old.
Yep.
Is Reebok even a thing anymore? I know it is, but
Yeah. Um, and I feel like you're gonna go way back. So I'm gonna say Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp's a good one, but he wasn't who I had in mind.
No, I just figured you like the personality.
Oh, I
You
love
like that
Shannon.
stuff.
I
So I
love
figured
Shannon.
Shannon was probably the deep cut one.
Yeah, no, I love Shannon. But honestly, didn't even think about
Okay. I figured Shannon was the deep cut one.
him. Yeah,
Uh,
Shannon and 5.
um, uh, you like running backs, but I don't think you're going to pick TD. You're not a quarterback guy, so I don't think it's those.
You know, it would be funny.
You're too petty to say DT.
No, I like DT, but it wouldn't be him. R.I.P.
Um, so then I'm going back to defense.
It's not defense.
It's not a defense.
Either one of the 2 possibilities are not defense. They're actually the
Well,
same
then
position.
I'm gonna guess uh TD is one of them then because you love running backs.
TD is one of them.
I didn't think TD would be one of them.
Yeah, Tony Dorsett.
Um,
Yo, come on. Come on. I'm not going to pick this one, but I'm surprised you didn't say him. The greatest throw ever.
No, I'm not saying that, man.
No, that would be Petty James instead of getting DT, getting Tebow. But the other one was Clinton Portis. I love Clinton Portis. I know he was not just on the Broncos, like he's probably more known as a
He's
Redskin,
he's more known as a Redskin
but I just love
because
Clinton Portis.
I think he only had 2 years with the Broncos.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, TD had 4. No, he had 6, right? But he had 4 like solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love TD. And if I were to get a quarterback, it'd be Elway.
It's so hard to get a quarterback of a different team.
Yeah, but if I did,
To get a non-quarterback from a different team doesn't feel like you're almost cheating on your favorite team. If that makes sense.
honestly, if I were to go through and do a jersey collection of one of every player of every team, which do
Either your internet is cutting out or mine is.
my I think it was mine. But
Okay.
if I were to get one player from every team in the NFL, I would try to do like the people we forgot played there, like Brian Dawkins on the Broncos type shit.
I think mine would probably be tight ends.
You just get all the tight ends,
Yeah.
all your
Like
favorite tight.
my favorite tight end from every because it's very difficult for me to not have a tight end that I like on a team.
I mean, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp. Would you go Ozzie for the Browns or would you go Kellen Winslow?
Kellen Winslow. I liked Kellen Winslow a lot growing up.
Well, Junior has the issues. Kellen Winslow Senior was on the Chargers.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Just got canceled.
No, I liked Junior. I'll admit it. I understand his issues, but I liked him growing up.
You liked the player, not the
Yes.
action.
Yes.
There we go. All right, we're not canceled. All right, let's go.
I liked the football player. Like I liked him.
What about Gary
no,
Barnage?
tight end for the Browns, it would probably be Newsom. Probably.
Probably. All right. Well, let's rapid fire these ones, Joe. Lions.
Lions? You're telling me I'm not getting a Barry?
I already have one, so I'd go Megatron. Nah, I'd probably be this would probably be the quarterback I get, and I don't feel bad about it. Stafford.
Is fair.
I wouldn't feel weird
That's
about it
fair.
at all. Stafford. I already have Barry, so Stafford. Houston Texans. Watt.
You skip the Packers?
Yeah, well, I guess in alphabetical order. Yes. But to be fair, the list I'm looking at is side by side, so I just went left to right.
Oh. Texans. Texans, yeah, it's Watt.
I mean, there's no other option, honestly. Not in my eyes, anyways. I mean, I know they've had some good players like Andre Johnson.
Yeah, that's the one I'm debating. Like, I really did love Andre.
Yeah, but I would take Watt.
Yeah, no, Watt's the better player. But
Yeah.
I'm going. Like, I really did love Andre.
All right, Green Bay.
For me, that's easy. It's Donald Driver.
For me, it's also easy. I would go Sterling Sharp. I loved him.
It's fair. I love Donald Driver.
Me too. And then lastly, wrap it up. The Colts. Peyton would also be another quarterback I wouldn't feel bad about.
Yeah.
But I believe it's Bob Sanders or Marvin Harrison. Dwight Freeney would be a good one. Basically, anyone on the 2000s.
I'm surprised you're not going with the running back.
Edgerrin James, Joseph Adai.
Yeah. So it says your name.
That's fair. That's what I should do.
Get a
I should
James on
find
every
a
team.
James on every team.
um,
I'm gonna look
but
into that.
for the Colts, it's Marvin Harrison for me.
Uh,
Well, no, I'd probably go Dallas Clark. I love Dallas Clark.
that's fair. Clark's a good one. There's a lot of good choices on the Colts. And then next week we can do the Rams and down. So we did 16. We'll finish it up next week. But yeah, perfect. Awesome. That was a good blindside. So let's just, jump into on this day in history. So Joe, your fact that you chose without knowing was about the Kentucky Derby. No, wait,
Wait, that's what it was last time.
it's Kentucky Derby week time. Like, what do you want me to do, bro?
Oh, sad day.
7 or is it? It's the Preakness. That's not the Kentucky Derby, right?
Uh,
It's a horse. I don't know, but Ted Atkinson won in 2 minutes. My fact was cooler, Joe. I lost it. So on this day in 1918, Sunday baseball was made legal in Washington D.C. Like as in it was illegal.
weird. Weird. Weird
uh,
because of the separation of church and state. Weird.
you're right. You're right.
Weird.
Well, before we wrap it up, I don't think there's anything else we missed, right?
Pause. Resume.
Okay.
Uh, this is something we missed. Things that have come out about the schedule. The Vikings have 2 overseas games. Broncos play the
Oh,
Jets.
yes. Yes. And
Um,
Bradley mentioned something in the chat. This. How do I feel about the Cowboys playing the Eagles? I feel great because Dak will actually be the quarterback.
and the Eagles start off slow.
That too. And historically, say what you want. I don't care. Owns the Eagles. It's true. The last couple of times the Eagles have beat the Cowboys, Dak was not at quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's been a while since we've seen the Jalen Hurts Dak Prescott matchup because it seems like it was like Dak versus Gardner or Dak versus Pickett or Dak versus whoever. And then the Eagles, it was Jalen versus Cooper Rush, Jalen versus Andy Dalton, Jalen versus like it's been a lot. It's been a while since we had a Dak Jalen matchup.
Yeah. I can tell you, if you guys did not figure out your run defense, it's going to be a hard time for you.
I don't think so. Even last year, they didn't really run that great on them. But Saquon's hasn't really been like that was the first time Saquon's ever beaten the Cowboys
Mm-hmm.
was last year, and that was with Cooper
He
Rush at
played.
quarterback.
He played in New York previously, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a solid player, but I mean, he's never really had big games against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I
Even
mean, he played in New York
he al-
previously. Yeah.
he also played with the Eagles last year twice.
Yeah. Um.
The words are heard. The Cowboys play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
See, I don't know what's come out other than the overseas games.
And then the Cowboys also play the Commanders on Christmas. So the Cowboys kind of get too many buys at the end of the season. So I like that. Because you get the 10 days of rest after Thursday, normally.
Mm-hmm. Um. The Vikings having 2 overseas games is kind of odd to me, especially since they are the bigger name of the draws
Are they
as
back
far
to
as
back?
yeah, it's back-to-back weeks,
So it's
but
like
it
the Jags did last year.
yeah, but, like, the Jags at least have an overseas fandom, right? And the
Mm.
teams that they're playing, like, I don't know about you, but I don't project the Browns or the Steelers to be very good this year.
I I like you said, like the NBA is rigged. I feel like they're projecting Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback of the Steelers, which that doesn't move my needle.
It
Um,
it doesn't move mine either.
but
So, them having 2 back-to-back games against those 2 teams, it's a weird choice, I think.
yeah.
Usually you have one team as a big draw, and I
Hmm.
don't feel like the Vikings are like I live in Viking country. I don't think they travel. I don't think they're widely loved.
Technically, if you want to get the second game, they won't travel.
Yeah. Well, it's from Dublin to London, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they won't travel as far.
Yeah.
They'll be in the same time zone, I think.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. um, did the rest of the schedule drop? I know it's supposed to drop today, but
I have no idea. The Broncos play Kansas City on Christmas,
yeah, I saw that one.
so that's fun.
Yeah. Uh, scheduled release. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they've released all the schedules. Here are the 10 most watched. We'll do this next week. This is initial reaction. We're gonna do the 10 most watchable games. So we have our homework, Joe.
10 most watchable games.
Yeah, the best matchups. Yeah, it looks like the
Broncos versus Broncos versus Broncos versus
right.
Broncos versus.
Yeah, like I see. Oh shit, Joe.
Hmm,
This is the year Cowboys beat the Broncos.
brother,
Wait to hear why.
why?
They play on my birthday weekend.
Brother, I hate to break it to you, but when is the last time?
Joe,
Yes.
the Super Bowl, probably.
What year? What year?
Joe, I don't care. It's semantics. They're going to win this year.
Uh, if you're speaking in historical data with Dak Prescott as the quarterback, let's speak in historical data of every time these teams have met in the past 30 years.
Well, Dak, he's only played him like twice.
Sure, Tony Romo too.
Joe.
If we're talking historical data,
We're
if you're
talking.
using historical data,
The only data I care about is what's the Cowboys versus Broncos record in Super Bowls. We might not beat you in regular season games or even preseason games, but you don't beat us in Super Bowls. So suck it. Suck a fat toe. That's going to be number one must watch game, Cowboys Broncos on Sunday, October 26th at 325.
oh,
325.
oh boy.
And it is in Denver. I'm trying to figure out where they're. The Cowboys have a decent buy,
All
honestly.
right. The last time your team beat my team, my cognitive brain didn't function. I was 2.
Joe, semantics, Joe. Was that the Super Bowl?
No. Unless this is just regular season games. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, the Broncos are 0-1 against the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. In
Boom.
1978? Cool.
Boom. Ask me if I care, Joe. Ask me if I care.
James. James.
And I don't think it was 1978. Was it 08? Or was it that long ago?
Super Bowl. It's the only one that's in the beginning of the year. According to the football database.
I don't know, Joe, because all these dates don't look like the Super Bowl in terms of what I'm looking at here. Unless the Super Bowl was in December.
According to the football database, like you beat us in 95. That's the only time in my lifetime.
Joe. We beat you before the year before you were born, and then the first time you ever saw them. So that's good enough for me. We sandwiched your birth.
Let's talk about the last 7 matchups.
So you and I both know 2013. That was the Cowboys won that for real.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not.
Romo outplayed Peyton Manning. Defense sold.
Peyton Manning got a running touchdown against you boys.
Yeah, he's done that twice. He did it against the Colts too. But anywho, I don't care about your feelings, Joe.
James.
Joe, Super Bowl.
In 1978.
I don't care what Super Bowl it was. I don't care what year it was. One Super Bowl is worth more than your 9 wins.
1978.
I don't care, Joe. I don't care.
Before I was born.
I don't care. It was before I was born. I don't care. One Super Bowl. It was a Super Bowl. I don't care.
I have no memory of your Cowboys ever beating the Broncos. No memory.
I don't care. I do. I really don't.
No memory of it. I've never seen it, to my knowledge.
Joe, facts. Every time the Cowboys beat the Broncos, Super Bowl champs.
I don't know. Maybe.
92, 95, bro. Super Bowl champs.
All right.
And then, of course, in the Super Bowl. I actually just made that up, but it sounds good, doesn't it? We just have to look up, did the Cowboys win the Super Bowl in 73? That actually sounds like it might be. That might be real. Did I just make up a stat that might be real? I got to verify this.
He's checking things.
Okay. So
see, I don't know if it's possible for the Cowboys to beat the Broncos. Like historically, it says it's possible, but I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Joe, so it's not technically incorrect information that I gave you. So obviously, the Cowboys beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl in 78, right? They beat the Broncos in 73, but that was the year after they won the Super Bowl in 72. And then they beat the Broncos in 92. They won the Super Bowl in 93. They beat the Broncos in 95, won the Super Bowl in 96. So it's kind of got some validity.
Cool. So you're not winning this year too. Got it. Uh, hey, and apparently, guys, if the Cowboys do win, place a futures bet on the Cowboys because according to history, it works. But I've never
Facts.
seen the Cowboys beat the Broncos, so I can't say how historically accurate it is.
Technically, you probably did see it. You just don't remember it.
Maybe.
Joe, and if you see the Cowboys beat the Broncos this year, your brain still doesn't work. I hate you. I hope your
man,
burn on your head heals up.
man, what happened in 2017 too? Like the Broncos were so bad in that era. For us to win 42-17 is wild.
Joe. Joe.
Wasn't that also the Jersey bet game?
No, because I wasn't at foremost yet.
Oh, so 2021 was?
There was 2 different jersey bets. Which one were you in the apartment by Casey's?
It would have been
'Cause
2017.
I did the Mile High Salute.
That would have been 2017.
So then it was the 2021. Because that was before I went to move to Florida, and I was at foremost, so it had to have been that one.
Yeah. So what happened? We made Jersey bets on both those games.
Want to do it again?
No, because I don't want to mail my jerseys to you.
You know what, Joe? Just for that, I'm gonna mail a jersey to you the week before. That's how confident I am.
Oh boy,
I hate you,
brother! The last time your team beat mine
Joe.
was '95.
Super Bowl champs.
That's the only
Super
time
Bowl
in my
champs.
life. That's the only time in my life was '95.
That's the key to the drought. Beat the Broncos, win the Super Bowl.
The only time I've ever seen it.
Beat the Broncos, win the Super Bowl. Final answer: yes. I hate you. I hope your burn heals, right? So
Yeah.
the next time I can just smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, do you like the videos I shared?
Yeah.
The old school. I saw the one because I guess it popped up in my memories or whatever. The one where I was like, I drove to your house just to run up and smack you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times, good times. Well, okay. Well, we discussed the schedule, kind of. We'll do a little bit more next week. But Broncos, Cowboys, must see. Boys, must see game of the year.
Yeah, that's probably got to be number one.
Yeah, that's number one for the boy. Well, we'll figure out numbers 2 through 10.
You know what would be electric or could be electric if we watch live and we see our reactions live of what's happening.
It's on a Sunday.
You're right, but we could record each other mouthing off to each other potentially.
Just the 3-hour pod of us talking shit.
We will get removed from YouTube so fast for our words. Well, for my words.
We could just mute it and just have you like. You know what? That's not a bad idea. We'll look into it. But this chair is hurting my ass.
All right.
So and yeah, so we covered a lot. We'll cover more next week, including the rest of what players / jersey, which I think we kind of just switched it into players middle of that. I don't think we ever mentioned which jersey for any of those for a lot of those teams after the Lions. No, not actually before the Lions. I don't know. I know we didn't pick a Texans jersey. But doesn't matter. Yeah. So yeah. Rate us 5 stars wherever you get your podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, all that stuff. Leave comments. Make comments. Maybe
Party?
Yeah, let's party. For maybe after this next week, I'll see if like just Q&A. We'll just do a Q&A pod. We'll just answer questions.
That'd be fun.
Fantasy, like whatever.
go live on the Tiki Takis.
Do a live Tiki Taki pod.
We could do it.
We could do it. We
I
could do it.
logged into my Tiki Taki on the PC, so I could do it now
Word.
easily.
Yeah, we could do it. All right. Well, word. All right. Perfect. So there we go. We'll have a Q&A in the future. Maybe a life episode. I don't know. Talk shit. Get hit. Joe's a bitch. Boys in 5.
Asta.